You're born blind, hairless, thumb-sized, basically a sentient booger. No fur, no defense, no clue what's going on. And congratulations, your entire world for the next 2 months is a warm, slightly squishy pouch located near your mother's butt. Welcome to Nokiak life. Well, Echidna technically, but Nokiak sounds cooler, more ancient, less pathetic. It isn't. You're called a puggle. Not as cute as it sounds. More like a stress ball made of disappointment. You don't suckle, because echidnas don't have nipples. Nature said, let's make things weird. Instead, your mother oozes milk from pores on her skin, like a living milk sponge. You slurp it off her fur like it's a job you never applied for. Nutrition through seepage. That's your childhood resume. Your body's soft, too soft, until one day, tiny spines start pushing through your skin like itchy regrets. And just like that, mom decides you're not her problem anymore. She digs a hole, drops you in, throws some dirt on top and walks away. Parenting. Echidna style. For the next several weeks, your entire world is a dirt hole. You sit, you wait, you stew in your own humidity. She comes back every 5 or 6 days to feed you, if you're lucky. If not, well, you better learn to eat disappointment. Meanwhile, everything outside your hole wants to eat you. Snakes, monitor lizards, bushfire, everything's either sharp, venomous, or flammable. You can't walk, you can't see, you can barely dig. Your strategy? Curl into a spiny orb and pray the universe forgets you exist. Eventually, you emerge. Kinda, you're not ready, but you go anyway. 6 months old, kicked out, no warning, just nature's eviction notice. You waddle away like a spiky meatball hoping the ground doesn't open up and swallow you. Your legs are comically inefficient. They point out to the sides like they're trying to escape your body. You don't walk. You sort of zigzag in slow motion. Predators spot you from miles away. But if you're lucky, they laugh too hard to chase you. Your diet? Ants, termites, more ants. That's it. No berries, no meat, no surprises. You've got no teeth, just a long, sticky tongue that shoots out and slurps up whatever crawls. Slap, slurp, repeat. Eating is messy, desperate, and honestly, a little sad. But it works. Barely. You don't chew. You just kind of mash insects against the roof of your mouth with your tongue and swallow. Dinner for you is something most creatures would classify as a panic response, and the work to get that food, endless. You dig. All the time. Sometimes just to find food. Sometimes just to not melt in the heat. Because let's talk about the heat. You're covered in spines, have a primitive sweat system, and no tolerance for high temperatures. Australia, your homeland, is basically a frying pan. You overheat easily, so you dig, constantly. You're a burrowing machine with anxiety. Predators, still a problem. Your only defense is to dig straight down and hope they don't try very hard. You don't run, you don't fight. You just disappear into the earth, and let your spines do the negotiating. If that fails, you freeze. Literally stand still and pretend you're not there. Classic echidna move. High risk, low reward. If you survive long enough, you reach maturity. Barely. And now comes mating season. Males form a train, that's the actual term. A slow bumbling line of desperate dudes waddling after a single female for weeks. It's not romantic, it's not passionate, it's mostly just awkward. Eventually she picks one. Why? No one knows. Maybe he waddled the slowest. Maybe his spines were shinier. Science has given up trying to explain it. Then comes the weird part. You've got a 4-headed penis. Yes, 4, 2 heads at a time, rotating like some kind of eldritch plumbing fixture. No one's sure why. Evolution just said, go big or go weird. The female lays a single leathery egg, not a litter, not a clutch, just one, into her pouch. Because yeah, she has a pouch, but no nipples, because logic has left the building. That egg hatches into a new puggle. The cycle begins again. And what does mom do? Raises it for a bit, then kicks it out into a hole and moves on. You're a solo act now. Again, you've survived fires, floods, snakes, cars. Oh yeah, cars. You're a speed bump with ambitions. You waddle across roads like they're a natural part of your ecosystem. They're not. And cars don't care. You freeze in the headlights, hoping your spines do something. Spoiler, they don't. And humans, don't get me started. Half of them think you're a hedgehog. The other half try to feed you lettuce. You don't want lettuce. You want solitude, and ants, but mostly solitude. You're ancient, a relic, older than the dinosaurs. You lay eggs like a reptile, but you're warm-blooded like a mammal. You're a walking contradiction. Even your brain is weird, split in 2 hemispheres that don't talk to each other, like having 2 moody roommates sharing a skull. You don't cuddle, you don't bark, you don't purr. People can't even tell if you're happy or just tolerating existence. Your sense of hearing is decent. Your sense of smell is elite, but your vision, not so much. You're basically a burrowing nose with legs, a stealth sniffer, a landmine with a mission. You're nocturnal, or diurnal, or crepuscular, depending on the weather and how you feel that day. Your schedule is chaos. There are no rules. And did we mention your spines aren't even that great? They're not venomous, they're not detachable, they're just sharpish, enough to deter a lazy predator, but not a hungry one. Also ticks, you're a magnet for them. You don't groom, you don't scratch, you just let them ride you like a public bus. You've been known to swim badly and dig holes for no apparent reason, sometimes just for comfort, or to escape the pressure of existence. Your bones are dense, your heart beats slow, your metabolism is glacial, you are a creature of stillness, the original master of low-energy survival. And yet, somehow, you persist. You keep waddling, keep digging, keep living, because for all the absurdity, you're tough. You've been doing this for millions of years, outlived empires, survived extinction events, seen ice ages, dodged asteroids. You're not fast, but you're still here. To be a Noctiac is to be underestimated, to be strange, spiky, slightly damp, and absolutely unkillable. You're not graceful, not majestic, not particularly fast, but you are here, and in the end, that's enough.